So I'm finally doing this. I'm finally managing to get my arse in gear to do simple, low production quality video. Well, effort at least. Presumably quality also comes with that. I've decided I'm going to try and replace and or substitute therapy with this stuff. So I'm just going to talk to myself. Yay. Got a lot of things to do. But apparently autistic burnout's a thing. I've decided to carry my hair open for now, for a while. Haven't had a hair tie in for 2 days. The moment something requires an email or some other written shit, seems like it's centuries of effort, even if it's done in 5 minutes. All this bureaucracy just feels like it's going fast and taking forever, whereas in reality it's passing normally. 5 minutes might feel like 60 years going by in 5 minutes, which kind of is what it's like with the energy. One just don't got no energy for nothing. I mean, driving's fun. Doesn't require any bureaucracy. Costs diesel and wear though. I've quit on trying to reduce my smoking for now. I've reduced it from 20 a day on average to just about 10. But as little energy as that takes, I currently don't have that energy to spare. And the stupid thing is, that's even though I'm objectively not doing much, I guess. Subjectively, I don't feel like I'm doing anything. I mean, hell, going grocery shopping Tuesday was a success for me. It shouldn't be. I've got to do my laundry when I get home. Got to do a load of bureaucracy for uni. And the thing is, as a student, getting a sick note don't really help you, because you just have to catch up after the fact. I mean, realistically, one could take a semester off or so, but after having had the honour of doing the 10th grade multiple times before I even got qualified for uni or anything, I kind of don't feel as if I have the time with my age. I mean, hell, if I want to do a job by optimally at the age of 25, realistically before 30, kind of got to get going, you know. The problem is one can't live off the government forever, especially considering they're only giving me money for studying. So I'm actually going to have to fund my own living someday. That day's getting closer and closer. Not far away, is it? That's the crazy thing. Year and a half and I'll have to have a job to pay rent. Yeah, that's a bit funny, I think, but still. There we go. I just can't be hacked no more to do this shit. I mean, at the end of the day, looking at the positives in life and taking it as a given, that do help be less unhappy. And looking at the upsides even help be happy sometimes. But being happy don't help. You also actually need to be productive in some ways or shape or form. And I don't know the solution to that. So I guess for now, my way of being productive is just reducing my effort and quality to make it viable to do so. I mean, this here is fucking phone camera and AirPods microphone. Then again, technique does matter. You can make the greatest film of all time if it's potato vision and fuck all sound. I can't watch that. And then sometimes people are impressed when you actually manage to do your sound levels right or some stuff like that. Like, not with this, obviously, but with a microphone or an external recorder or camera. And it's really sad that people are positively surprised in a professional environment when you get your sound levels right or your exposure. I mean, it's the status quo. One should be able to expect people to manage that. It's not like I think poorly of people who don't, but I don't think as greatly of them as they manage to think of themselves. I don't even think as greatly of me as I think of them, so I guess hell. But if you're being told over and over again, oh no, that's not how you do it, that's not how life works, you can't be doing shit like this, and oh yeah, you have to do it this way and this way, and it doesn't make any logical sense to you, and society keeps telling you, oh, you have to do it our way, I guess it does fuck with you. Huh. I mean, I'm fucking privileged to have been born as a person in Europe of Caucasian ethnicity. One could argue my sex is a benefit. Well, I don't really see much of a difference in that these days. I mean, objectively, there is a pay gap, but the pay gap is way less than people claim it to be. Then again, I can't really see the point because, surprise, I was born the luckier sex of the two. But I was also fucking born autistic. Can't just be normal, can I? And to be honest, I think if I had to actually get up for my living, not in the form of an office job or a job, but to get food, to gather food in the primitive way, I might be happier. Just because, hell, in the end of the day, when we die, our kids don't care much about what we did. No one really is going to care for 99.999% at all. Actually, call that 4 nines, not just 3 nines. But we can still do our best to make the place a better place. Earth, living, mankind. Be kind, compassionate, help each other when others need help. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, and I'm just eating coffin nails recently. Like, average is currently back at 18. Still too low than the beginning of the year, but 2 isn't very much considering it's 10%. There's a 10% decrease instead of the 50% decrease I'd gotten to 3 weeks ago. It's 40% difference. Or one could argue 400%. Or 25%, 20% increase of the increase I'd had. Fucking maths. I'm happy to do maths though. Maths follows logic, has rules. Simple. You can understand it. Obviously, I'm not talking about high-level mathematics because, surprise, I'm no Fields medalist. I won't ever be, I don't aspire to be. In the end of the day, the idea of everyone having to contribute value, one could argue, is a rather outdated one. Hell, before the Industrial Revolution, what was it? 90% of people were working in agriculture and food procurement. Now it's what? Less than 5%? And yet we create jobs so everyone has to contribute value. Understandably, it does make sense that there is value contributed, but it having to be obligatory doesn't make much sense. Well, compulsory. It's not obligatory. You cannot do it, but you won't exist. So I feel it to be obligatory, even though objectively is only compulsory due to society. And understandably, there is unemployment benefits and shit like that, but the bureaucracy just makes it inaccessible for me, at least. I guess most people, according to the feedback I've gotten from neurotypical people. Then again, because bureaucracy is hard for everyone, apparently, it's really tough to communicate how hard it seems to be for me. Like, no matter what, I can't believe it's this hard for everyone, because if it were, we wouldn't have it. Yeah. Huh. Well, at least I forced myself to record this today. I'm still meaning to read quite some in the near future. I've only read half a book in less than half a year. At least I've read it, not flown across it diagonally. That's a Germanism, nice. Yeah. I mean, hell, that's all we can do. Be kind, help each other. But I also think I'm taking it to an extreme with trying to be a little hassle as possible to anyone. Just because, hell, I mean, as little hassle as I'm trying to be and as helpful as I'm trying to be, I think it's to my own detriment. Obviously, that's not what one should want to think, but it appears that way to me. By the way, smoking kills. I mean, I started smoking when I was in mental hospital the first go round. I was there twice for quarter year each time. That was at the age of 16 was my first time. That's when I started smoking. Don't. Then again, one would hope these days, at least in Western society, anyone being able to access this video even, not just Western, people that know smoking kills, and I shouldn't have to feel the need to disclaim such. But I still do, because there is people on this earth who believe I don't understand what. Sometimes I do wonder if they're actually just pretending or if they actually believe, because some things, I mean, I can't believe there is actual flat earthers. That's just someone pulling a joke and people playing along for the sake of it. And come on, I mean, if you go to the ocean, you can see the curvature of the earth, and realistically, it's certainly a rock solid theory in scientific sense, as in, hell, we've observed it from above. There is no ice wall, Antarctica, surprise. I mean, if there is, fuck, I'm happy to believe it if I can see it. It's not that we can't see the curvature of the earth, and it's also the only logical explanation for things like round trips around the globe, following the sun or with the sun or against the sun, because physics. But yeah, shouldn't be dunking on people, I guess. It's not really dunking. I can't believe people would believe such theories. I mean, it's not a theory because it's not the best or least unlikely method of explaining something. So it's just bullshit. Or unlikely theory, I guess. Yeah, perfectionism's a bitch. Ooh, blue car. I like driving in my car. It's not quite a Jaguar. Surprise, it's not quite a Jaguar. I mean, as long as everyone's trying to help each other, there's nothing wrong. But people, why misuse, one might even say abuse, other people willing to help you? Like, oh, let's scam these people. They're willing to give us some petrol when we're stuck on the side of the road. Problem is, these days, no one gets stuck on the side of the road, really. Well, probably some people do, but no one would actually believe them because there's scammers out there. That's just people abusing helpfulness to gain an advantage, which at the end of the day makes the world a less good place for everyone else to be in. Yeah, I think I'm gonna cut this here. Hopefully I've lowered the barrier to entry once I've uploaded this to the fact where I can actually upload shit regularly and actually one day perhaps replace therapy with it. Because I don't see a life in which I don't need therapy or some analogous thing.